Today I have a good old-fashioned Sephora haul to share with you. I have a couple of products that I needed to repurchase. We are heading into the winter season. We're actually getting our first kind of big snowfall of the year this week, and I'm so excited. So now that it's cold outside, like everything is dry. My hair, my face, my body. So I wanted to repurchase a couple of go-to winter staples, and then I also grabbed a few new things to try as well. I do want to say thank you to Sephora for sponsoring today's video. I am so excited to be working with them because I love shopping at Sephora, especially during the holiday season. This is one of my favorite times of the year when it comes to new beauty launches. I've done a ton of videos on just all of the holiday gift sets available at Sephora. And if you're looking to shop for someone in your life, if you need to purchase a gift for a beauty lover, now is the perfect time because the Sephora Gifts for All event starts on December 5th. I'm really excited to share that all Sephora Beauty Insider members can get 20% off. So whether you are a Rouge member, a VIB member, or an Insider, you can get 20% off your purchase plus 30% off the Sephora collection from December 5th through December 14th. You can use the code SAVEGIFTS online and in stores. I'll put it on the screen for you and in the description box below. It is a one-time use only code though, so make sure to make the most of it whether you're shopping online or in store. Also, if you are shopping online, Beauty Insider members can use the code QUICKGIFTS to get free same-day delivery from December 5th through December 24th. So keep that in mind if you are shopping for a last-minute gift, if you need a hostess gift, if you're attending a gift exchange, or if you just need something for yourself. That is super convenient. If you haven't already, definitely sign up to become a Sephora Beauty Insider member. I'll put a link right at the top of the description box below, and I'll also pin a comment with the link and all of the information I shared in today's video. Of course, all of these products can be found at Sephora and Sephora.com. I'll make sure to link everything in the description box below so you can shop through those links and check out these products. And let's get into it and I'll show you what I got. So I did purchase one of the new Huda Beauty blush filter palettes. I think this is actually like her first powder blush, which kind of surprised me. I do love her liquid blushes a lot, but I've kind of been into powder blushes as a whole, so I thought this would be a fun option, especially because it is supposed to be very blurring, very smoothing, so great if you deal with a lot of texture. There were 3 different options, and it was kind of hard to choose because they're all very, very beautiful. I actually went with Toasty Peach. First of all, the packaging is gorgeous. I mean, it's very reflective, so I'll do a close-up shot so you can see what it looks like, but it's pretty heavy. Like, it feels very luxe, but I like the size of this because it's not overly large. So it would be great if you wanted to travel with it. It has a very large mirror. So in this palette, you get 4 different products, 3 matte blushes and then 1 highlighter. And it's the same with all 3 options. They just come in different color stories. Typically, I might reach for these shades more so in like the spring and summertime, but I wanted something maybe a little bit different than the majority of my blush collection. And I feel like a lot of my blushes are very like rosy toned, and that's what I've been using a lot. So I thought this would be fun to add some warmth to the cheeks. And these are very beautiful, soft, very lightweight powders. I will include some swatches, application clips so you can see what everything looks like. I think this powder is nice because you can use a very fluffy brush to get a little bit of a softer look, more of a diffused soft finish, or you can go in with a dense brush and get more of an intense look. I typically like a lighter, softer look when it comes to my blush. So even though these can be built up to be pretty intense on the cheeks, you can also sheer them out very, very easily. The matte powders are gorgeous, very smooth on the skin, and honestly, this highlighter is very, very pretty. When I first saw it, I wasn't sure if it was going to be like my favorite type of highlighter, just because I have some in my collection that kind of look like that really draw attention to texture on my skin. But this looks very smooth. It's very beautiful. It's definitely more subtle, which I love. But again, if you use a dense brush, you can build it up. I've kind of been drawn to the idea of blush palettes recently. There's just something nice about being able to customize your look right on the spot. And obviously, if you're traveling, it's nice to have a bunch of options in one place. But typically when it comes to a blush palette, I feel like brands do a really good job of putting in shades that are very complementary, and Huda Beauty absolutely did that with this line. So no matter what shade you reach for, I feel like it ends up flowing really nicely with the other shades in here. I think I told you a couple of weeks ago that I wanted to try this product, and ever since then, like I have been seeing it pop up everywhere. Everyone is raving about it, having such a great experience with it, so I decided to try it out. It is the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. I've tried a few products from the Yummy Skin line, and I love every single one of them. I think if you deal with combo oily skin or you have a lot of texture, these products are really ideal because not only do they keep your skin more matte throughout the day, they also do a great job of just smoothing out the skin and kind of gliding over any texture or giving your skin like a true blurred smooth effect. And that is like my #1 goal when it comes to complexion products. So I was excited to try this out. First of all, I have to say the actual spray nozzle is beautiful. That is always like a make it or break it for me when it comes to setting spray. sprays. This one sprays out so evenly, so perfectly. It feels very, very comfortable on the skin. What's nice about this is that it almost kind of softens the look of powder on your skin. I wore this yesterday, and when I looked at my makeup probably like 5 hours later, I honestly was shocked because I felt like my makeup looked so smooth and there truly was like a blurred effect to my skin, but my skin also wasn't looking very oily. Now, again, we're heading into the winter season, so typically my skin is not as oily in December as it is in like July, but it can still get a little bit oily, especially around my T-zone, and I feel like this product did work to mattify it well. Like I said, I need to repurchase a couple of my go-to staples. I actually meant to pick this up during the last Sephora savings event, and then I completely forgot, but it is my favorite hair mask right now. It's from the brand Gisou. It is the Honey Gloss Ceramide Therapy Hair Mask. This is the most luxurious feeling hair mask. If you have dry hair, if you have damaged hair, this makes such a difference. It is ultra thick. Like, it is a rich, luxurious formula that feels so good in the hair. A little bit goes a long way. So honestly, I was very pleasantly surprised by how long the original hair mask that I purchased lasted me. But then when I ran out of it, I immediately missed it. There are a lot of great hair masks out there, but I do feel like this one is a great option if you're dealing with dry, damaged hair. My hair is actually doing pretty well right now, but I do use a lot of heat on my hair, so I'm always trying to stay on top of it. I love a good heat styling tool. And again, as we head into winter, I just feel like immediately my hair, my body, my face, like everything shifts and needs more moisture. I do think this hair mask also leaves my hair looking very shiny. I love the packaging, just kind of, you know, an extra, of course, but it looks really cute in my shower. I also love the way this smells. And again, I feel like that makes a difference because it does linger in the hair. And if you don't like the way your hair mask smells, obviously you're not going to want to use it regularly. But this one has like a very sweet honey scent. There's like a little bit of floral mixed in, and I love it. I can't get enough of it. So purchased this once, used it up fully, purchased it again, and I will continue to do so. Because I love that so much, I actually wanted to try their hair oil. So this is the Gisou Honey Infused Hair Oil. First of all, the packaging is really beautiful. I feel like this would make the perfect stocking stuffer, a great gift. If you are doing like a $25 and under gift exchange, this is just really pretty, and I feel like it's something that anyone would love. This is the smaller bottle, but they also have a bigger option as well if you tend to go through hair oil pretty quickly. So I picked this up because, again, I was just curious to try out the formula, but also because this smells just like the hair mask, and I love the way the hair mask smells. I don't use it every single day, but this is something that I can actually use every day, like on my dry hair. I can also use it at night as like an overnight treatment, and they say that you can use it, you know, alongside of the mask. I used to do this all the time, and I haven't done it in a while, but I would take like my favorite hair mask, my favorite hair oil, mix them together, and then just use it all over my hair as like a deep hydrating treatment. So I don't know why that has escaped me. I think it's just because I used to keep like a hair oil in my shower, and I haven't done that in a while. So I'm excited to try this one, and again, just mainly have it so I can enjoy like that amazing scent every day, and also just get like a little bit of hydration on the ends, nice shine. I've been incorporating an oil more, again, since the weather has changed. I feel like it is a necessary part of my routine even more. Okay, I finally ordered the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. Everybody seems to love this brush. Even when people aren't like actually verbally raving about it, I see them using it in so many videos, YouTube videos, TikToks, Instagrams. So it really does feel like it's a staple for so many people, and I decided to finally try it out. This is their foundation and face brush. So you can use it as a foundation brush. You can use this side for concealer. You can use it for bronzer, blush, highlighter, whatever you want. The way that I was mainly curious to try it out was as a bronzer brush. A lot of my go-to brushes for cheek products, specifically like creams and liquids, tend to be a little bit bigger. So as I'm applying cream bronzer or blending out liquid blush, I feel like I end up blending the product too low or too high. So then I have to go in with concealer and clean it up. And it's not the end of the world by any means, but I was just curious to see if this one would be a good option. And again, so many people seem to love it. So I did use it yesterday alongside of this Makeup by Mario product. So I'll show you how it applies in just a second. This is the SoftSculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. So I have tried this product in the past, and I didn't end up loving it, but I think part of the issue was that I purchased a shade that was too light for me, so it didn't show up that well on my skin. This time I went with the shade Light Medium, which is definitely a better match. I just do my makeup differently day to day these days. So typically, like if I'm not filming a video or I'm not going in with a lot of makeup, if it's just like a quick, easy day, I will apply sunscreen and then I'll go in with a little bit of concealer, a little bit of bronzer, and then set it with powder. I might add like a little blush on top, but I'm telling you, I take like 5 minutes to do my complexion makeup. And if I'm doing, you know, just a little bit of concealer, sometimes if I go in with a heavy, richly pigmented cream bronzer, it looks a little bit off. And that makes sense, of course. Like if I'm just spot concealing and I'm not going in with a full foundation, but then I have this like full intense coverage bronzer, you can really see that on the skin. So I've just been looking for like a lighter, softer option, something that's not too warm, not too cool. And I honestly think this is going to be the answer. When I applied this yesterday, I was so happy with how it looked. I did apply it directly on top of foundation, so it wasn't like a super minimal complexion day, but I was curious to know how it layered on top of that as well. It definitely is a little bit more subtle, so I think it will be perfect for day to day. It's just so lightweight, so easy to apply. You really can't overdo it, which is so nice because I do feel like I tend to be kind of heavy-handed with cream bronzer. And I don't know about you, but I feel like a lot of bronzer in the winter is not my favorite look on me. I feel like it just looks a little too warm, a little too intense. So I'm so excited to have this back in my life. I feel like that's the thing about makeup. Like in the past, when I've tried something and it hasn't worked for me, I'm like, I can never try that again. And sometimes, you know, I think that's valid if it's just something that doesn't work with your skin type or the product itself isn't great. But sometimes your makeup preferences change or your style changes or your skin changes. And I've noticed that over the past year, like some of the products I've tried that I didn't love years ago have actually become like staples for me, or those types of formulas are things that I actually end up reaching for a lot. Like I used to swear I would never love cream bronzers, cream blushes, liquid blushes, but I really do love those now. I think I just found like my new go-to daily staple. This is such a beautiful formula. You know how when you try something out and you just like instantly fall in love with it? That's what happened to me with this product. Like I just can't be without it. I just got these products in the mail a few days ago and I have not been able to put this one down. It's from the brand EADEM. It is the Le Chouchou Lip Softening Balm. And first of all, there are so many beautiful shades. I couldn't decide which one to go with. As I was looking through the lip swatches, I honestly wanted to try all of them, but I narrowed it down to Fig Sauce. And I'm so happy I went with this one because I feel like this is my ultimate lip color. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on because I've been sitting here talking, but it actually lasts really well on the lips. It smells so good. Smells like the holidays in like the best way possible. Like when I think of the holidays and like the scents, this is what I think of. It smells so good. I can't get enough of it. I love the way this looks on the lips. First of all, the color itself is very pretty. I think it just kind of boosts my lip color in a very natural way without being too over the top. But I love that it is, you know, kind of sheer. You can layer it up if you want a little bit more pigment. The metal applicator is my favorite. I thought that I was a big fan of like those silicone kind of soft applicators, and I do like those, but there's something about this that feels so good. It's like cooling. It blends the product out perfectly. I just love it. I tried a product not too long ago with a metal applicator, and I told you that I had never tried a lip product like that before, but that product was like a gloss and an oil combined, and I almost think this applicator works with a thicker balm like this even better. This is interesting because they actually describe it as like an exfoliating to moisturizing lip balm. So it has AHA and peptides to smooth dry skin, reduce lip wrinkles, and lock in moisture. And I feel like maybe that's the key that so many lip balms are missing out on. Like, of course, a lot of lip balms are very moisturizing, but if you have very dry lips underneath, that exfoliating factor might be the key difference. So again, I've only had it for a few days, so I'll keep you posted if I do notice a big difference in like the way it exfoliates my lips, but I love the way it looks. It feels so good. Like it truly is a deeply hydrating lip balm. I honestly love everything about this. I feel like it could be a top contender for like my #1 favorite lip balm. Again, I've only had it for a few days, so I need to give it a little bit more time, and the Ole Henriksen lip balms are like just a tried and true staple, but I feel like they could be tied. Maybe this one will be like a little bit higher on my list. I'm enjoying it. So I wish I had tried it sooner. Again, I've seen so many people raving about it, but I was like, I don't know, it can't be that much different than my other lip balms, but it really is so luxurious feeling. Like everything from the packaging to the application, the finish, the color, I just love it. So I want to do a video on all of the like viral popular lip balms and break them down, share the pros, the cons. So that video will probably be coming in January. So I also picked this one up. Now, a lot of you recommended this product to me when I was talking about it in a previous video, asking you if you thought it was worth the money. And a ton of you said that you love this formula. This is from Glossier. It is the Sparkling Rosé Balm Dotcom. So again, they do have some different scents available. This one smells amazing. It actually smells better than I thought it would. It's like a mix of champagne and strawberries and like a little bit of citrus mixed in. I wish I had a perfume that smelled like this. Honestly, if you have this product, oh, it smells so good. If you have a fragrance that smells like this, please let me know, because that would be like my dream perfume, especially for this time of the year. It's like the perfect holiday winter fragrance that's very like light and fruity and fizzy, and I love it. So the scent is amazing. I love the packaging, very cute. It has like this soft pink cap with some gold glitter on it. The actual shade of this lip balm is very, very subtle. It's basically a clear with like some sparkle to it. So it's great if you want something, you know, less intense than, you know, what I'm wearing today. If you don't like color when it comes to your lip balm, you might like this one. This formula is different. It is definitely a lighter weight formula, but very, very moisturizing. I actually used this one overnight last night. And again, when I woke up, my lips were feeling so soft. This is also not what I would consider like an overly glossy lip balm. Like you don't get extreme shine when you're wearing this one. And I do think like the shimmer adds to the way this one looks on the lips, but sometimes you don't want something, you know, so thick, so intense, even like a little bit sticky. And if that is the case, I think you'll like this formula. So I'm excited to use this one a little bit more. I love a good lip balm. I really do. And I will have that lip balm ranking coming for you very soon, because at this point, I do feel like I've tried most of like the super viral popular formulas. Actually, another repurchase for me, this is one of my staples for the winter, the Fenty Skin Total Cleanser. I have gone through countless bottles of this product. It is like a tried and true favorite for me. I will use it in like the spring and the summer as well, but I especially love it when my skin is leaning more on the dry side, when it's, you know, red, irritated because of the weather and just like running the heat in the house and things like that. It is so hydrating, so comfortable on the skin, but it's a little bit thicker. Like sometimes very hydrating cleansers are like so thin, so slippery. So the second you get them in your hand, they like wash away. That doesn't happen with this one. A little bit goes a long way. So one bottle will last a very long time, but it lathers so nicely. It applies beautifully to the skin. It cleanses my skin without leaving it stripped. My skin actually feels super soft afterwards. And it's just, again, a tried and true staple. Like I repurchased this so many times. They did change the packaging. It used to be a cap that you would like twist and then it would just pour out from the bottom. Now it is a flip top cap. So I actually prefer that. I feel like it will be a little bit easier to use. So just wanted to mention that in case that is a selling point for you as well. I saw this product and I don't know if it is a new product or I just hadn't seen it before, but I wanted to try this out for winter as well. It is the Fenty Skin Butta Drop Hydrating Body Milk. So this sounded nice to me because I kind of want something that's not too heavy, too intense. I love the Fenty body butter. It is so intense. So if you have very dry skin, like that product makes an amazing difference overnight. Like you don't even have to use that every single day. But if I'm dealing with like extremely dry skin, nothing works like that product. I really do love that. I'll use it at night and in the morning when I wake up, my skin feels amazing. But for day to day, like right after I get out of the shower in the morning, I don't always like to apply a super intense, thick, heavy body butter, because if I'm getting dressed like immediately after, I don't love the feeling of putting like clothes on over a really heavy body butter. So this appealed to me for that reason. This is an interesting texture. It's very thin, very lightweight. It's not like runny though. As you can see, it's like sitting on my skin, but as you blend it in, it really does have the feel of like a milky, I don't want to say like a milky toner, because again, it's not runny like a milky toner, but like a milky body lotion. I don't know that I've tried a body lotion that is this thin, but actually works to hydrate the skin. I used it last night, and again, when I woke up this morning, my skin was so soft. But what I love about this, I put a little bit too much on my hand, let me put it on my arm, is that it actually like blends into the skin and leaves your skin feeling soft and moisturized, and like there's a little bit of a glow there. Nothing too over the top, and it smells so good. It smells just like the body butter. I just looked up the notes because I was curious. So bergamot, jasmine, and white orchid. So very floral, which the scent kind of strikes me as like a good spring summer scent, but it doesn't like clash with my perfume or anything like that. It's just like a nice refreshed scent. So I'm excited to have this for the morning time. So I'll probably use that in the morning and then use the body butter at night. And I feel like my skin will be feeling really good all winter because my skin has been very dry. I recently purchased the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam foundation in the shade N2 during the Sephora savings event, and I feel like that shade is actually my perfect match. I'll wear it on its own. Sometimes I'll mix it with N4, but N4 is a little bit more ideal for me in the summertime. So I actually decided to pick up the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam concealer in N2 as well. I'll actually swatch it next to N4 for you, just in case you're curious to see how they compare. N4 is like my go-to when I want it to match my skin perfectly, but I thought N2 might be a little bit more ideal on days where I want like a bright under eye. I do have this on today under my eyes. I lost whatever tan I had during the year. I mean, I don't think I had much, but I feel like all of my complexion products are too dark for me right now. So this is actually perfect on days where I want like a little bit of a brightened under eye effect. I feel like it just makes me look a little bit more awake. It kind of creates more dimension rather than using like the same color concealer, the same color foundation. So I'm excited about this. Love this formula. I will forever repurchase that. I did pick up 2 new eye products. I kind of went back and forth on trying this product for a very long time. And then finally I was like, you look at it all the time, you add it to your cart, you take it out, like just try it. It is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eye Illusion Eyeshadow Duo. He recently came out with a couple of new shades, and I actually don't know if this is a new one or an older one. I just wanted like the most sparkly duo that he had available. So I went with this one, which is In Your Dreams. I feel like they're probably all, you know, somewhat equal in like the sparkly department, but because these are lighter, I feel like I could just layer them on top of like anything, whether I do have more of a dramatic look or more of a subtle look. These are very, very beautiful. They're so sparkly, so intense. I'll show you what these look like on the eyes on their own. I think, you know, what's interesting about this formula is that it doesn't have like a lot of a base to it, at least this duo. So it does kind of have like that translucent look, but you just get like a ton of glitter, a ton of shimmer. So it looks really, really beautiful. And I think that's nice because you can use it on its own, or like I said, you can literally layer it on top of any other shadow that you're wearing underneath. So I'm curious to wear this on top of like a purple shadow, a green shadow. I feel like it will be really fun for the holiday season, just for like that ultimate sparkly look. It's funny because I know people keep saying like eyeshadow is out, it's dead, it's not a thing, but I just can never be that person. Like I have to have sparkly eyeshadow. I don't care if I'm at home. I don't care if I'm like running errands, if I'm filming a YouTube video. Like I love my sparkly shadow. I just saw a TikTok the other day. This girl was like making fun of her mom, like good naturedly, of course, but she was maybe like in her early 20s. And I don't know, her mom was like maybe in her 50s, and her mom had like beautiful sparkly eyeshadow on. And she was like, my mom literally does her eyeshadow like this every single day to go to work, to go to her 9 to 5. And all of the comments were like, leave her alone. She looks amazing. Her eyeshadow's gorgeous. I love it. I know eyeshadow's not as popular with like the younger generation, like the teens, even like Gen Z, but I love it. I cannot be without my sparkly eyeshadow. I just can never give it up. Another formula I've been loving is the Tower 28 Go-Go Cooling Shimmer Sticks. I feel like a lot of brands are doing shimmer intense eyeshadow. So those of us who love it must really be buying it because it's still everywhere. And this formula actually makes it so easy, so simple. So this is my 3rd one. I purchased one like a few months ago, another one during the Sephora savings event, and then this is my 3rd one. And this is the shade I feel like I'm going to end up wearing the most. I'm wearing this on my eyes today, and I only have like a Natasha Denona shadow in the crease other than this. This one is in the shade Roxy. It is so pretty. It is basically a gold with like a hint of pink to it. So I feel like it almost kind of pulls like a little bit coppery. I have another gold. I can't remember the exact name. I'll swatch them next to each other so you can see what they look like compared to each other. And they're all so beautiful. I just love this formula because you can swipe it on the eyes so easily. You can tap it on with your finger. You can also use it as an inner corner highlight, which I've actually been enjoying. I'll just take a like little pointed shadow brush and just get some on there and like tap it right in the inner corner, again for like a very sparkly intense look. This formula is nice though because it dries very, very quickly and then it stays in place all day long. Like it does not crease, it doesn't fade, it doesn't smudge, and it feels very weightless. Like it doesn't feel like you have anything on your face. There's no fallout. Like I truly think that is one of the best options if you want like a very shimmery, very intense eye, but you don't want to use like a traditional powder shadow, or you don't necessarily necessarily want like the scattered glitter effect, you want color and shimmer, those are beautiful. The last thing I picked up again is something that I have seen everywhere. I've been wanting to nail down like a very good hair care routine. My hair care routine is very simple. I basically do like shampoo, conditioner, and then a hair mask once or twice a week. But I've been wanting to incorporate some like repairing products because even though it's doing okay right now, I am still dealing with like aftermath of breakage from last year around this time. So like these are not purposeful shorter layers. They actually broke off when I was using a hair crimper. And then because I do like slick my hair back into a bun, I feel like sometimes I'm dealing with breakage because of that too. I just feel like I could incorporate a couple of additional products that will make a big difference. So I thought I would try this product from K18. This is the Leave-In Molecular Repair Hair Mask. I think I actually added the mini to my cart because there is a bigger version as well. I think that will be fine because they say to use it for 4 to 6 washes and then as needed. So I think I'll have enough to get through like those initial 4 to 6 washes to see if I really love the product before committing to the full-size bottle. But this has some amazing claims. People love this. I've seen some really just drastic before and afters. Basically, this product is supposed to kind of repair your hair from the inside out. I was watching a lot of videos about this product, like the science behind it, the best way to use it. And from what I've seen, you're supposed to shampoo your hair and then towel dry. Make sure your hair is not like soaking wet, but still damp. Take this product, kind of rub it between your hands and then evenly disperse it throughout your hair. Wait 4 minutes and then you can either like style your hair as normal. Some people say you can condition afterwards because the product itself has already done the work. So you're not really rinsing it out. But again, the before and after photos are very, very convincing. Like a lot of people really do think it makes their hair look softer, shinier, smoother, stronger. And I am curious to try it out because I do deal with some breakage. I just need to be a little bit gentler on my hair this winter season, maybe not apply as much heat. The weirdest thing is going on with my hair. My hair is actually growing in curly, which for some reason, I just now noticed, even though there's like a good amount of growth, probably this much of my hair is actually growing curly. And I used to have curly kind of wavy hair when I was younger. It just straightened out a lot over the years. And apparently for the last few months, it's been growing in curly because I really notice it like down here, but also like the front of my hair right after I wash it, like this part gets very, very curly. I did lose a lot of hair in like 2020, 2021, but that was years ago. So I assume if it started growing in curly from that, like a lot more of my hair would be curly. I don't know. I do think by like this time next year, because I'm probably going to keep my hair like this length or shorter, I might have curly hair again. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. I'll make sure to link everything that I mentioned in the description box below. And again, if you haven't already signed up to become a Sephora Beauty Insider, now is the perfect time because you can get 20% off from December 5th through the 14th. So I'll put a link right at the top of the description box below, along with all of the details for the Sephora Gifts for All event. So you can shop and get that 20% off. Grab all of your last minute gifts, treat yourself to something fun. Thanks again for being here. I'll see you very soon with a new one. Bye.